the DNVR Rockies Podcast. I am Patrick Lyons.
I'm Susie Hunter. Patrick, welcome back. I've not seen you since you got back from the All-Star game and all of the festivities. Good to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is
oh, you wore your shirt.
weekend.
Okay, you're just going to be flexing all weekend.
Oh, you can't see. It's behind my mic. It's behind the stain on my shirt that's perpetually here.
Oh, my gosh.
I had to. I'm going to change out of it. But yeah,
okay.
no, it was a good time. We're going to have a chance actually today to catch up with Diaz at the ballpark,
I know.
which will be exciting.
Yeah.
I actually want to talk with Garrett Cole because he was a teammate back in Pittsburgh of Diaz, and they have a long history together. And looking forward to talking with all of the guys and getting their takes on what it was like seeing their teammate in the game full of superstars. Their guy was the top player for the day. That was so cool.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine what it was like being there in that moment, because us just watching on TV, those of us who could get the game in Denver, which is like a whole other issue. But it was the coolest thing. It's probably going to be the best Rockies moment of the season.
It has to be. Up to this point, it was like that Kyle Freeland jump throw.
Yeah.
And then
this is
a couple
this
Bretton
is
Doyle games in there, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Two-homer game.
Yeah, no, listen, we're going to have a lot more exciting Bretton Doyle games, too.
Diaz, yeah, this has to be. This
Diaz
is an all-timer.
Side note, this is so crazy. Do you remember when the tarot reader came in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And what was the prediction?
So
Diaz would homer in the All-Star game?
No. The two big predictions, obviously they're never that specific. The two big predictions were it was going to be a rough start. I was like, yeah, okay, no shit. And the second one was that there was going to be a mid-season surprise, but a positive surprise.
Oh, okay.
So I think this is it. I think this is the one.
Well, here's the question, and I was talking with Kale about it beforehand, that, could this in a weird way be bad news? Because then the team is now not going to trade their lone all-star, which would have been one thing. But now they're not going to feel like they can trade their MVP, the only all-star game MVP. They're going to want to maybe have him on the front cover of the media guide for next year, which means they might not even trade him next year. Could that be going on behind the scenes? I know that stresses you out, but these are legitimate questions to kind of pose out there.
I hope that that's not the mindset this front office has, because on the flip side, like I've been saying this, I said this on TDSP yesterday, but it is insane that the All-Star Game MVP is on a team that's on pace to lose more than 100 games. Out of respect for him, get him the hell out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Rockies have to maybe play a 408 winning percentage in order to get the remaining, I forget where they're at right now. To get the remaining, 29 more wins that they would need to get to the magic number of 63. And so that's 408 baseball. So that's reasonable, but they would have to play better in the second half than the first. And they've got less pieces than the first.
More injuries.
B-Rod's coming back, but how much of a difference could that possibly make? On today's show, we'll kind of do a quick first half review, make some predictions the second half, talk about DJ LeMahieu's return, some Rockies news and notes. Chris Flexen, welcome to the Isotopes, and soon to be welcome to the Colorado Rockies. Will be one of those guys who starts a game for the Rockies this year. Probably.
I mean, the odds are super high.
Yeah. We did see earlier in the week, I'm sure you mentioned, Elias Montero was sent down. We do expect Michael Tolia to come up. Montero sent down earlier in the week to get more playing time with Albuquerque, which I guess means Tolia's coming up to get less playing time. Is that how we should infer?
I don't know. Sometimes we try to make sense of these things, and there's just no making sense
and it's just
them.
Nonsensical.
It's nonsensical, a little bit.
We'll also get word on Kyle Freeland and the prognosis of his right shoulder. We'll wait and see what happens. He's obviously not set to start any of these three games against the New York Yankees. I wanted to pose this out there on Twitter, and again, if you're watching us live on the DNVR Sports channel, live on YouTube, are you going to stay away from Coors Field this weekend because of all the craziness with the Taylor Swift concert at Mile High? Are you inclined to somehow go to both games? Are you like, I'm just going to ignore it. I do want to see DJ LeMahieu come back, so I'm going to focus on that, and I'll be sitting in traffic, and it is what it is. I'm curious of how most people feel.
I heard RTD is free this weekend, though.
Because of LeMahieu? Let's go, RTD. You know what I'm saying? The road to DJ.
I mean,
RTD.
I'm going to say it's, oh my gosh. I'm going to say it's a combo between thousands and thousands and thousands of girlies coming in for Taylor Swift and also just a busy weekend at Coors in general.
Carlos Rodon's second start of the season. All of these things make sense.
Also Yankees have bandwagon fans all over the country, so.
They do. What's interesting with Carlos Rodon, signs a 6-year, $162 million deal with the Yankees in the offseason. He's made one start so far with the Yankees, so his second one's going to be at Coors. He's also made one start at Coors Field already. It's very notable. In a way, everybody has seen Carlos Rodon pitch at Coors Field because it was July 9th, 2017, the Kyle Freeland near no-hitter against the Chicago White Sox. Carlos Rodon was on the opposite side of that game. So we won't be able to talk with him today about that, but hopefully at some point this weekend say, so previously, what were your memories of pitching at Coors Field?
Oh my gosh. Okay. We have people in the comments. Christian says that it's been free for the past week. Zach is saying RTD is free this month and next. That's amazing.
That's great.
Is that to keep ozone down?
Could be.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
In the warmer months. I mean, maybe they do know something about the trade deadline and Rockies are going to be active and say, look, I know you're disappointed, but hey, we're going to do our duty, support the local team, allow you folks to ride for free. Maybe that's some kind of indicator.
You know what? At the very least, it's just nice to know that you don't have to drive to Coors Field or Mile High if you don't need to.
That's true. Yeah. You save some money. You can also turn money into more money with Bet365. You turn $1 into $200 of bonus bets. When you join Bet365, all you do is download the app, deposit $10, and claim your $200 in bonus bets as soon as you place a bet for $1. Download the Bet365 app and use code DNVR365 when you sign up. They've pioneered live in-game betting. They've got the widest range of games and markets available for live in-game betting. 80 million users worldwide, 780,000 live stream events each year, and they're a proud partner of the Colorado Rockies.
They are. We see their signs at Coors Field all the time.
Very true. Yeah, they're actually right behind home plate. I see them a lot. Get yourself a better price on those chosen markets for select games with Bet365 Boost or Bet365 Super Boosts. And with the Bet365 Baseball Early Payout offer, if you're a winner, your team goes 5 runs ahead, you get an instant payout. Just like that. Parlay and same game parlay selections will be marked as winners. So download the app and use code DNVR365 when you sign up. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. And if you happen to not get hurt financially, but you do get hurt physically, sometimes even mentally at work, the folks over at Backus and Shanker are here to help. Backus and Shanker. Oh, it sounds so good to the ear. I've missed that. I have missed that. They've been helping families in Colorado for over 25 years. They've got 4 offices in and around the state. We're talking Inglewood, Fort Collins, Aurora, Denver, of course, 100 folks on staff, 30 lawyers, and they work for free. That's the best part. You can consult them, give them a call at 222-2222. They'll work for you for free. They'll consult with you for free. They do all the work for free until you win a dime. They don't see anything until you see that dime. In fact, they've helped folks win over $1 billion worth of dimes.
That's a lot. That's a lot of dimes.
I've never been a part of a case like this before. They don't actually pay you in dimes, though, do they?
I think you just get actual cash.
Cash?
A suitcase.
Not even a check.
No, it's a suitcase of cash.
Do you get to keep the suitcase and the handcuff that comes with this kind of payout?
There's no handcuff. Just a suitcase.
Just a suitcase. All right. And does the security guard drive you back to your house with the money or to the bank?
The armored car drives you back.
You know so much, Susie.
I know everything.
You do know everything.
Don't forget it.
And if you know that you've been hurt at work, you got to know Backus and Shanker wins for you.
Backus and Shanker.
222-2222
All too
to
lows.
see if you have got a case. Well, Susie, we probably should talk about our first half picks. Some good.
I
bad.
don't remember my first half predictions.
I don't.
How did I
either
do?
Entirely. In the American League, we're doing actually pretty good. So you and I got Toronto. You've got the Yankees in the AL East. Toronto's ahead by 1 game. So, okay. slight edge there. I mean, neither of us have the first place Orioles there, or first place Rays.
No one. I mean, they're fun though. Good for them.
Oh yeah, we both had them going to the postseason though.
Yeah,
so we're good there. We both had Cleveland. They're in first place right now. I think they're going to be fine.
Yeah. Cleveland's fine. I'm fine with that.
We got Houston in the West. Neither of us saw Texas. We didn't pick them in the postseason.
You know what? I didn't see Texas, but now all I see is Texas.
Yeah.
Now all I see are the Rangers.
In the postseason, we both have Tampa Bay. I got Yankees as a wild card. You got Toronto as a wild card. The ways that we went in different directions, we both had another team from the AL West. Still not the Rangers. I had the Angels. You had the Mariners. Mariners have disappointed. Angels have been maybe slightly better than expected, but the Mariners are one game ahead. So basically, if you look at it from that perspective, I'm one game ahead with Toronto. You're one game ahead with Seattle. We're right on par there. Who would you rather have, Angels or Seattle going forward right now?
God, neither. I would say neither. I don't want either of them. I don't think they got it.
Yeah, we both have Cleveland winning the American League, and a lot needs to happen. Look, once you're in the postseason, it's a whole new world. I'm just so bummed that Tristan McKenzie's out, because that was a guy that a lot of my money was riding on, and I thought would really help carry that rotation. Now, in the National League, I've got Atlanta winning the East.
You know, I was a little too hot on the Phillies, maybe. I don't know if they're going to have a run like they did last year. I thought they would do better than last year. I don't think that's the case.
That's an ongoing theme throughout both of our picks, to be honest. But you did have Atlanta getting the first wild card. So, I mean, you were right there. I also had Philly making the postseason as a wild card. We had St. Louis in the Central. I mean, they're not totally out of it in that division.
Well, I mean, the NL Central, isn't great either. They're the worst.
You really feel that confident to be like, oh, no, I'm out on that pick. Give me Cincinnati. I mean, they're still probably odds-on favorite, but they've got such a long way to go that it's like, you know what? I'd rather stick with my long shot now at this point. The long shot, St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh my God, no! I don't see them as a long shot. I just see them as they're dead in the water this year.
And arguably, maybe not even arguably, worst pick that both of us made: the San Diego Padres to win the NL West. No.
Who could have seen? I mean, even our Diamondbacks guys down at PHNX did not see this Arizona Diamondbacks run.
No, I like them as having a chance to get one of the wild cards, no doubt. But I didn't pick them. Didn't pick them to do that. We both had the Dodgers as a wild card team. You had Atlanta as a wild card. I had Philly there, and then we went different directions. I had Milwaukee going to the postseason, and I stayed away from the Mets. But they sucked you in too.
They sucked me in. I had faith in Uncle Steve and his big fat wallet.
I got Dodgers going to the World Series from the NL. You got the Phillies. AL MVP, both our picks there are kind of in the same general spot.
Yeah.
Mike Trout, Julio Rodriguez. Look, if either the Mariners or the Angels make a run to the postseason, these are the guys that are going to have to do it. So those are still good picks for right now. AL Cy Young Award. I had Shane Bieber. You had Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani's playing better than Bieber. Pitching, I should say, better. That's good. My Rookie of the Year award is out for the year. Logan O'Hoppe. Anthony Volpe, not injured, but Rookie of the Year award has to be the hardest award to pick.
Yeah.
I think out of anything, because it's almost never the chalk. Except in the NL, where you did pick Corbin Carroll, so you're gonna have that one. There's no discussion.
I mean, he's just gotta be. He's gotta be the dude.
You nailed that one. AL Manager of the Year, Terry Francona. It's gonna be hard to do, even if they win the Central, Cleveland. Just if you're around 500, that's not terribly impressive. I mean, Bruce Bochy is the obvious front runner with everything he's been able to do.
Yeah.
With Texas, Kevin Cash doing it again in Tampa Bay, and then maybe even in Baltimore. I mean, you could go that route for AL Manager of the Year. We both were duped. We were both really high on Mr. America, Captain USA, neither of which are his nicknames. Trey Turner.
Okay.
He's hit about one home run since March. Not exactly,
man.
But
you know
we both picked him to win the MVP.
It's because we were duped by the World Baseball Classic.
So duped.
We all were. It is a shame that he just gave it all for America and then has nothing left for the Phillies. I think he'll find it again. It's just, this has been... It's been hilarious.
There's almost no way. I mean, he could get into the race. I think he could be a top 5 MVP candidate with a really good second half. But I'd like to have that one back. AL Cy Young Award, you got the edge on that one too. Spencer Strider probably should have started the All-Star game for the National League had he not started over the weekend. Congrats to Zach Gallen, also still deserving to start that game.
Yeah.
I got Corbin Burns, who was a late addition, so he's still in the running. That's okay. We'll see if he can win his second Cy Young Award in 3 years. And then Manager of the Year, you got Rob Thompson. He's still on the hunt. And now I got the guy who could get fired, be the first manager fired.
Yeah, you do.
In Bob Melvin for the San Diego Padres.
Oh my gosh.
Very possible.
Hey, Rob Thompson did a great job managing the All-Star game, though. I hope he had fun.
He did. He had a good time. I asked him about leaving Elias Diaz in the game. Like, hey, he hit a home run. He's going to be the MVP. Maybe you leave him into catch. And he's like, well, we'd have lost the DH because he pinch hit for Jorge Soler, who was in for the DH there and didn't want a pitcher to hit. But at the same time, you only needed 6 more outs. So, and you were only going to have 1 more inning up. So that spot, I didn't even, actually, I think it did come back up around because Diaz got a second at bat.
He did get a second at bat.
But still, I would have liked for Diaz to put on the gear.
Yeah.
Put on the RoboCop gear.
Yeah.
You know? That would have been fun.
But you know what? He did enough. He didn't need to catch in that game to be the All-Star MVP.
El Tanque is LMVP. And if you want to be the MVP at whatever barbecue you're at, you can get a fresh new pair of Shady Rays
These are my new Shady Rays. This is the new pair that I got.
This is the new tag team.
These are like actually my whole personality right now. I'm like loving these.
Those are great. Now, those would be aviator style, yeah?
These are aviator style, yes.
Yeah, they're fantastic. So I bought mine and you get one free. As everyone knows, you buy one, get one free. You don't have to give it to someone else. You can keep both of them. It's fine. You can support an independent sunglass company, and you could use promo code DNVR to buy one, get one free. You can go to the Park Meadows Mall, of course, in Centennial if you wanted to do that. Get 50% off 2 or more pairs of these polarized shades. If you break them, they'll give you a new pair. If you lose them, they will also give you a new pair. And if you don't like them, you can return it within 30 days, and they're going to hook you up. So there's no risk with Shady Rays.
No risk.
No risk
Just
whatsoever.
reward. Look at these. Look how amazing I look.
Oh, yeah. You got to reward yourself, too, a little bit with some kind love because they are changing the game with the turbo joint, the turbo toothpick.
Yeah.
Dare I say. It's great. You go to Kind Love, visit any of their stores in Cherry Creek or North Denver. You mention DNVR and you receive the DNVR exclusive discount of 25% off all Kind Love flour, pre-rolls, and their turbo joint line. I think we established this. Kale, previously a big tincture guy, now a big turbo joint guy.
Huge on the turbo.
Huge on the turbo joint.
He loves it. Seriously, it's amazing. You can go to their site, kindlove.com, for their full extensive menu and online ordering. They've got a menu, folks. Seriously, but authentic genetics, patient grow techniques, one of the highest quality brands in all of Colorado. Again, keep the money here in the state. Support local, support DNVR, and make sure you support Kind Love. And mention DNVR for that as well. Now, our Rockies picks are okay.
I actually am looking at these picks right now, and I think they're ass.
I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice to us.
I don't think we did a good job.
All right, well, I feel good about Rockies wins. I had 66.
I said 69, in part because of the bit, in part because I just had some faith in these dudes. And now I think they're going to win 60 games.
60.
I think they're going to win. I think they're going to lose more than 100 games.
I think 66 is really out of reach.
Should we just do new picks for this midway point?
We might have to, yeah. We'll give ourselves the weekend to kind of resettle, look around, see, hey, who came back rested, relaxed. Bryant home runs, you're looking a little bit better than I am.
They're both looking bad. These both look real bad. Kale's like actually laughing over
Susie
there.
said 20, and that's looking really bad. She had the low number. She's closer. I had 25.
KB doesn't hit homers anymore. They're just more of a rarity. They're more of a special occasion.
Which one are you more saddest about? Like, which prediction are you more sad that we've missed? The Chris Bryant home runs, 25 for me, 20 for you, or the Ellie Harris Montero home runs? I had 23, you had 18. Which one upsets you more?
You know what? Bryant upsets me more because
Really?
he is more expensive. We spent a lot of money for this guy, and he just doesn't produce to that level.
Yeah.
Montero, he's making no money.
I'm more upset about Montero because this could have been, should have been a really big breakout year for him establishing himself. And he's unfortunately just not getting that opportunity to do that because you leave him in, you let him play. His defense can't be any worse than Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s was at first base during the All-Star game. I'll say that much. So home runs plus stolen bases. Actually, I'm really glad. I thought this was just stolen bases when I looked at it. And I'm like, I said 35 stolen bases and you said 40? Wow. What were we on? Like, were we on the Kind Love by that point?
We didn't get our Kind Love care package yet.
Clearly.
This was a sober and sound mind.
No, it was home runs and stolen bases.
Yes.
We're still going to be a ways off on that.
I think so, yeah. I mean, we really didn't see Doyle coming through with all those stolen bases. I just didn't expect it.
Yeah, because we had who's going to lead the team in stolen bases. We both had Ezekiel Tovar.
Right.
I did think maybe Zach Veen could come in and do it. I figured there might not have been enough runway for him to get it going. That didn't happen. We also made picks on when does Zach Veen arrive. You're right.
Today is the day that I thought he would arrive had he been healthy, though. All
right, so Susie, how about this? Meet me in the middle. Our picks are ass.
Yes.
But it's not entirely our fault.
I don't think it's entirely our fault.
Okay.
I thought we were going to have 2 All-Stars. What the hell was I on?
I had one.
I thought we were going to have 2 All-Stars.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, to be fair, I think we had multiple dudes who were deserving of also being included. Sure. But, when you have a team that's on pace to lose 100 games, you're really not getting all those fan votes, are you?
No. We're lucky the guy even played in the game. If you win the MVP, that should count as a double. Right?
Okay, sure.
Like on the plane ride back, Diaz is in one seat in first class, and his Ted Williams All-Star Game MVP, the Crystal Bat, is in the next. So you know what? I'm gonna give you a half a win on that one, Susie.
You don't have to. I don't need it.
You might because you got best start by a starting pitcher as Peter Lambert.
I mean, there's still time. There's still time.
Austin Gomber, I like that. I don't think he has the best start.
No.
But he's in the conversation a little bit. He could.
I think Lambert's just gonna do something amazing very randomly on a random weekday, just blow us all away somehow. All
right, pin this one. That random weekday, Peter Lambert start. This could be it. Does Charlie get traded?
No.
So we had the same answer, but technically, you could be more right than me. I said no. You said no.
LOL. Yes.
So
I think that's hilarious. They no, they're not going to.
Trade deadline deals. Now, in a way, I have to give myself a win. I said 1. You had none. Mike Moustakas.
Yes, that counts.
Okay.
You've already won. Yeah. And of course, now that I've seen the way the season is going, I think we actually will get some more activity. Them trading Moose, though, I think I took them trading Moose as a sign that they see where we're at and they see how the veterans that we have can benefit other teams. Now we can get some stuff back. And I don't know. I think we're going to have some more trade deadline deals for the Rockies.
And being aggressive about it, too, because CJ Cron last year, if you had traded him before July 1st, you'd have gotten back a decent amount. Not as much as, we know his value to be in Colorado because he's still making decent money for, a back of the top 10, high teens kind of first baseman. So he's making decent money, for that. And then he gets hurt. He gets hit in the hand in Arizona early in the month. And then it saps his power. And then teams we actually don't even want him at this point because we're worried that he's not going to be able to produce. And those teams were right. So you had to be a little bit more aggressive. And so you see Profar and Grichuk doing really big things. And if they're still on this roster right now, we'll kind of wait and see what happens with that. We also had starts at first base. Who would have the most?
I think I'm crushing this one.
Again, thinking about the young guys, you had CJ Cron. Now, he does have 43 right now. Moustakas has 18, Montero 15, Nolan Jones 9. And then my pick, which I stand by because this was all about the second half, is Michael Toglia. He only has 6 right now. So that's 34 to tie. We'll wait to see what the lineup is tonight. That'll be another one for Cron, but might not be too many more for Cron. Could be a lot more for Michael Toglia there.
I think I'm still very confident in my pick.
Yeah.
I still think even if Cron does get dealt somewhere at the trade deadline, I feel like we're going to see Nolan Jones there. We're going to see Toglia there. Montero will probably be up and down in the mix. So I don't think either of them will beat Cron. Any of them will beat the appearances Cron has.
He's got a big lead.
He's a really big lead.
He's out in front. He's out in front. If you want to get out in front and get a good spot at the DNVR bar, make sure you're a diehard. Get yourself signed up at the DNVR.com so you get 15% off all your food and drink, 20% off all the gear at DNVRlocker.com. We've got so many different events coming up over the course of this next few months. I mean, we got our next golf tournament, which is next Friday.
Yeah, soon.
We got some takeovers coming up that you got to check out on the site again, the DNVR.com. I mean, there's an event in Chicago even. We've got for Broncos Bears.
It's a Broncos
I think, right?
trip, yeah.
Yeah, Broncos trip. So
start planning.
Absolutely, start planning. And again, you get 20% off for being a diehard. All the great stuff for the golden era, man, the Nuggets, and they're going to do it again. So get all that stuff now before it sells out, because I think we're very much at that point. And you get access to the Diehards Only Discord, which I think is a huge piece right now, because that room for the Rockies is just like popping off.
Yes, it is.
I'm intimidated to jump in there and talk with everybody, because they're moving so much, and like,
oh yeah, they're active.
I don't want to like jump in like I'm the teacher and be like, here's what I have to say. And like, I don't want to stunt the conversation, because they're doing it on their own and they're so passionate, and they're pointing out things of like, oh, I didn't see that on Twitter yet. Thanks, guys. Like, they crush it. It's
they're
awesome.
on it. We got the best Rockies fans in the Discord.
We absolutely do. We do. All right, so let's talk about the Yankees series. I mean, let's get to DJ LeMahieu.
Real fast, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this yesterday, but did you see that the Cardinals said that they're going to be sellers at the deadline?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to be Nolan Arenado. I'm going to actually guarantee that Nolan Arenado will not get traded.
He's so messy,
Guaranteed.
though. I feel like he would sign a huge contract and then just like bounce, because he's done it before.
I think there's no way. So here's why. You look at the deal that Manny Machado got. And when he opted out, that he got from the Padres, and you go, Nolan could have gotten something similar to that. He could have opted out, but he didn't. He just goes, let's just keep the deal what it is. I'm not exactly sure why. My thinking is just basically, he said, hey, can you like tack on another year? Just give me a little bit more money, St. Louis. And St. Louis is like, well, we're not even paying you what you're getting paid, because the Rockies are actually paying you that. So really, if you opt out, we can only give you exactly what you're already getting. So nothing is going to change. Do you want to go back out on the market? Do you really want to test that? Or are you happy here in St. Louis? I think he's happy in St. Louis. And I don't think he wants to be a guy that jumps around to a bunch of different teams. Even if it's only 3, I don't think he wants to do that. So because of that commitment he made to St. Louis, I think St. Louis is going to be committed to him, and he won't go, but could be everybody else.
Yeah, could be.
Very
could
much
be.
could be.
Yeah, let's talk Yankees.
DJ LeMahieu
Let's
returns.
see DJ this weekend.
Yes, first time since he left after the 2018 season. Second time playing against the Rockies in 2019. Rockies did go to New York. So
I was there.
That'll be his first one, as was I.
I was at
and
that
it
game.
was 2 of the hottest days I've ever experienced in my life.
So humid.
It was gross.
Why are you laughing?
Laughing at your
It was gross.
It was so humid. Like, I've never been so sweaty in my life. It was awful.
I legitimately thought I was going to have to be in the cafeteria watching the game because it was air conditioned, because I was so hot just getting up to the press box in the morning at like 9 a.m.
Oh, you were working that game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was
I didn't
crazy.
work in Major League Baseball back then, so I was just there as a spectator.
That's it. You were
Spectating.
scouting. You were a prospect.
I was scouting.
Then we called you up at DNVR.
Yes.
That's it. I love that.
It took a bit, but I'm here.
I like that. Yeah, DJ, for anyone that might not know, because it's been a while. It's, again, 2018 was the last time, we saw him in purple. Like, he means so much to the fan base. Even talking with Kale about it, just how much everything really turned on its head. I mean, even owner Dick Monfort said that was one of his biggest regrets, was letting DJ LeMahieu go, and how everything could have been different in 2019 for a team that was in the hunt for a wild card for the first half of the year. If you still had him around, and then you had a 60-game season in 2020 where anything goes, you still would have had LeMahieu, Story at shortstop. Him leaving and going to the Yankees, and the Rockies not ponying up. Sure, it was the same deal that Daniel Murphy got as DJ LeMahieu, but originally LeMahieu was out there looking to get more than that. So it just was unfortunate that his deal ends up being the same as Murphy. It came down a big way, whereas Murphy ended up coming up to kind of meet it. But had you re-signed LeMahieu, you probably would have turned around and traded Brendan Rodgers, because there were some negotiations with the Marlins at the time to acquire JT Realmuto. So you would have had 2 years in 2019 and 2020 of LeMahieu, Story, Arenado, Realmuto, still Charlie Blackmon producing. And then when
That
those
would've been
guys
wild.
Then when those guys go to reach free agency, they're like, yeah, I'm still kind of happy here. Let's see if we can keep this core going and maybe run it back again in 2021 or 2022. But once LeMahieu goes, I think that changes everything. And the writing's on the wall, and you go, and Arenado says it in the second half, like, yeah, this kind of looks like a rebuild because LeMahieu's gone. And then he's gone soon after that, and Story doesn't want to stick around in free agency. And John Gray's gone and maybe plays the Rockies just a little bit, saying, yeah, I'd love to come back. Don't give me a qualifying offer because I'll come back. Don't trade me either. And then he ends up leaving and going to Texas. And it's this domino effect that you say, what could have happened if DJ LeMahieu stuck around?
Yeah, like one star leaves and then all the rest of them kind of follow suit.
Absolutely.
Are you saying that letting DJ LeMahieu go was the downfall of the Colorado Rockies?
Absolutely. It definitely was this butterfly effect that really just changed absolutely everything for a guy that was a 2-time All-Star with Colorado, so underappreciated in Colorado, which can typically be the case for Colorado Rockies. I think it might be less so nowadays.
Are you saying underappreciated by fans in Colorado or just underappreciated by the MLB community as a whole?
Yeah, by MLB community as a whole. Rockies fans get it. Like, they
I was
know the
gonna
value.
say, like, nationally, like, national media was always low on DJ, but like in town he was beloved.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. Rockies fans get it. Like that.
Wanted to make sure I understood what you were saying.
Oh yeah, no. Like Rockies fans get it to the point where he's going to get a standing ovation tonight. There might not be a video package from some of the people I've talked about. It seems like the Rockies want to maybe just avoid people going, like reminding them about DJ LeMahieu's existence, as if Rockies fans don't get it. No, they're going to be upset, and they have the right to be.
Yeah, every right to be. It'd be weird if you weren't upset. That means you don't care.
But you should absolutely have a video package for this guy who won a batting title in 2016, Gold Glove Awards. Like, he's legitimately one of the all-time greatest Rockies players in wins above replacement, according to Baseball Reference, 14th. So he absolutely has, the heart of all Rockies fans. He's very much valued. And he goes off and really helps change the narrative, I think, for Rockies players. Like, look, hey, this guy can be successful and in a major market like New York. As soon as he signed, Mike Francesa, formerly of Mike and the Mad Dog, on WFAN, listening to a lot of that at that time, saying, oh, what is the New York media saying? And he said point blank, everyone I talk to who knows DJ LeMahieu, a lot of people in Colorado, but people who pay attention, NL West beat reporters, said, this guy is really good. His swing is going to fit in really nice with the short porch in right field, Jeter-esque, and absolutely goes out and is nearly the MVP, wins a batting title right away with the Yankees, does it in both leagues. So he absolutely is one of the greatest Rockies players of all time. So and one of the greatest trades of all time, a heist from the Chicago Cubs. They got him and Tyler Colvin, who was pretty good for a year, and all they gave up was Ian Stewart, who played part of one season, and then he just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. And Casey Weathers, who unfortunately didn't pan out as a prospect and never really reached the majors. So he's an all-time great. He's ahead of Andres Galarraga. I almost said Armando Galarraga. He's ahead of Andres Galarraga, Jorge De La Rosa, Ryan McMahon, even Els Burks, John Gray in wins above replacement. So he's an all-time great. I'm curious how spicy it might get between Yankees and Rockies fans.
Do you think it'll get spicy?
It's going to be weird because I think Rockies fans want to cheer DJ LeMahieu. Hopefully he gets up early enough where the Yankees fans haven't poisoned the well with like over-exaggerating the cheers for everybody who comes up before LeMahieu. But if it's kind of done right in the right moment, and Elias Diaz, he's the guy that you want behind the plate. He did it for Joey Votto going out. He did it for Nolan Arenado back in 2021, his first time coming back with the Cardinals. So I think he's going to go ahead, call a timeout, charge him a mound visit, whatever it is, give DJ his moment. They never played with each other, but Diaz understands the history of the game, understands the value of certain players in various cities. And so I think DJ will get that moment. I don't know how huge of a standing ovation it'll be, but it's going to be a moment. It's definitely going to be a moment.
Yeah, I'm also, we don't have a Yankees lineup yet. We do have a Rockies lineup. We don't have a Yankees.
Do you want to run it down? Who we got?
All right. Profar, DH. Brian out and right. Mac at third. Diaz is catching, of course. Why would he take a day off? God forbid. Crone at first. Grichuk in left. Tovar at shortstop. Trejo at second base. Doyle out in center.
Nice. All right, Tovar
Exactly where he should be.
Yeah, that's a good one. We've got Austin Gomber versus Carlos Rodon. 2 lefties there. Again, Rodon, second appearance at Coors Field Saturday. Chase Anderson against Clark Schmidt. And then on Sunday, Connor Siebold against Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole.
He's good.
Garrett Cole. I looked at his ERA today. I'm like, he's got 2.95 ERA right now.
All-star. He's the starting pitcher for the American League.
No, but it just hurts so much. I can't wait. I just want his ERA to go way up while he's here at Coors Field, but I don't think it will. He's a good ERA at Coors Field.
Very good, 2.91.
It's so frustrating.
And he's even better now than when he came through in 16 and 18 with the Pirates, and then the Astros. He went 6 innings in both those starts, actually 6 1/3 with one of them. Only gave up 2 earned runs in each of those starts. He's only given up 1 home run at Coors. Who was it? Yeah, Nolan. So maybe we can hope for just above 3. It goes above 3, like the ERA. Like at this point, that's the best.
I kind of hope. I think let's just crest right above 3. Sunday's going to be a real long day.
Yeah,
I'm going to be so tired from going to Taylor Swift on Saturday, and I'm going to have to watch Garrett Cole potentially wreck the Rockies.
He's going to be sharp. He's absolutely going to be sharp. But Rockies have played well against the Yankees all time at Coors Field. 7-4, 2-game sweep in 2016. The last time they came through, which is pretty
Small
good.
sample size.
Very
small sample size. But also the Yankees aren't what they usually are right now. They're not that good right now. So I think we can. What are our predictions for how the series goes?
They'll probably win 1. I could see them going 2 out of 3. The Rockies, they step up. Look at that series in Boston, at Fenway Park when there's juice in the ballpark.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's juice in the ballpark for fireworks, but that's not necessarily baseball juice. It's firework juice. Can we get that on a shirt somewhere? I think that's shirt worthy.
Sounds disgusting. Eric will hate it. D-Line will absolutely hate it. I could see the Rockies taking 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be all fired up about their boy, Elias Diaz. I think this is just going to be a wave of momentum.
For sure.
That gets us a series win to start the second half. That's what I'm predicting.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not wrong.
And the Rockies have swept the Yankees twice at Coors Field. They've only been swept once at Yankee Stadium. We're not going to get a sweep, but I think 2 out of 3. No. I think it's 50-50 between 1 game or 2.
I think we win tonight and Saturday.
I think maybe I don't know. Tonight and Sunday.
Okay.
Connor Siebold, he's got some big game energy.
Siebold, he does. I'm
gonna say if they win 2, it'll be Friday night and Sunday night.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
And if you want to know any and everything that's going on at the ballpark, you got to check us out on Twitter at DNVR_Rockies. At Patrick D. Lyons is where I can be found.
You can find me at the Susie Hunter on all platforms.
This has been quite a momentous show. Back again. The Mega Powers reunite.
Yes.
Love it. But unfortunately, you know what they say about baseball podcasts and momentum.
Oh, what do they say?
It's only good as your next show. So it's going to be a good one because we'll be back Sunday post-game right here on the DNVR Sports Channel live on YouTube.